In today's video, we're going to look at how Jim Fleck made $3 million in his first 9 months in real estate. Hey everyone, this is Christopher Brown here again from alphalifestyleacademy.com. Now before we get started here today, the best type of customers come from referrals because they buy faster, spend more, buy more often, and refer more than any other type of customers. However, there's 150 ways to get more referrals, yet most companies only know one or two of them. See how I did nearly $15,000 in my very first 6 hours in a brand new business, all from referrals at 90daymillionaire.alphalifestyleacademy.com. Now back to the video. Real estate is an amazing industry. It's the industry with the most millionaires, the industry with the best odds for normal people to become millionaires, the #1 industry to become a millionaire as a self-employed or single-owned business owner. Arnold Schwarzenegger became a real estate millionaire before he ever appeared in a movie. In fact, that is what gave Arnold the freedom to pursue acting. He said that most actors he trained worked low-paying, dead-end jobs. And he said, if I'm going to pursue acting, I need to get the money game out of the way. Now, despite the immense wealth that real estate has created, it's not the story for most people. 25% of agents earn less than $39,000 a year. 75% earn less than $50,000 a year, and 90% earn less than $60,000 a year. So what do the agents that do $100,000 a year plus do? A study from Active Rain found that those who earn a six-figure income in real estate have been in the industry for at least 10 years, because it's taken them that many years to build the relationships to earn that type of money. Now, we've all heard the term, your net worth equals your net worth. Some agents have the financial resources to take a shortcut. However, to make $100,000 a year within real estate, that same Active Rain study showed that those agents invest 10% of their annual income up front in advertising. So, in other words, if you want to make $100,000 a year, you need to invest $10,000 up front in advertising. Innovation comes out of crisis. Out of crisis comes the best ideas. Research shows that during economic hard times, it is the businesses that continue to educate themselves that thrive, even when in hard times many companies close their doors. Jim Fleck is no exception. There is a principle in marketing known as the gold rush principle, because during the California gold rush, Samuel Brennan became the first millionaire, not by finding gold, but by selling picks, shovels, and tools that the prospectors needed. So you want to offer supportive services that enable you to sell more real estate. One of the best ways that many smaller companies do this is through educational marketing, by selling books, courses, and educational programs that educate your audience on why a person should do business with you over your competitors. Now, if you've seen any of our previous videos, this is called direct response advertising. This is the same type of advertising that companies were using during the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. In those days, companies were less concerned with getting their name known and were more concerned with making sales. So instead of getting your name out there and getting known, this type of advertising educates a prospect on how to solve a particular problem, and then shows how your products can solve their problems. The way Jim Fleck did this is he bought those dummies and idiots guides for real estate, rewrote it in his own words, and turned it into a video program that he sold for $1,000. Then he took the people who took him up on that offer and he invited them to attend a workshop for $3,500 that included a home buying tour, where he took a group of people a few times a year for a home buying tour to the best real estate properties, closing 20 to 25 properties over the weekend. Many people underestimate the power of using direct response advertising and using educational marketing. This is how Arnold Schwarzenegger got started with his bodybuilding books, when he was then known as Arnold Strong. Jim Fleck was already successful with some of his other ventures. So he brought that same experience and skills to real estate. So he had the capital to invest into advertising. Now, the purpose of advertising is to build a following, because when somebody has put in the effort to build a large enough following that they can send out a message to that following, they only need a small percentage of that following to respond to the message to reach their income goal. However, it may take a large financial investment to build a following large enough to reach your income goal, an investment that many of you don't have. Because of the competitive nature of online advertising, many smaller companies lose money because much of online advertising is done on a bidding process. So whoever is willing to pay the most per click to get somebody to visit their website wins. So you have to be really smart and understand buyers' behavior to run profitable ads. However, if you use direct response advertising, which is the same type of advertising that many companies were using during the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Internet companies that use direct response advertising can easily get $4.80 in return for every dollar that they invest into advertising. So if your goal is to make a six-figure income, you would have to spend $25,000 to make $120,000 because you have expenses, so that would give you an additional $20,000 to help pay for your expenses. But just think how much easier it would be to find somebody who is already successful, send out a message to their following endorsing you and what you have to offer. This does not just work in real estate. Now, if you've seen any of our previous videos, you know the first time I did this, I made a deal with Joe Brelton, who sent out an email to his customer base endorsing me and my new product. And over the next 6 hours after sending out that email, that turned into nearly $15,000. The second time I did this, I did a project with Al Nin, where we landed a deal with his dentist, where we reached out to several beauty salons, provided them with marketing material, where we landed 3,200 new patients in the first 90 days at an average of $2,000 per patient for a total of $6.5 million over the next 12 months. People love the idea of using somebody else's following to build their customer base, but going from idea to putting this into action is too much to ask for so many smaller companies. So we created a shortcut with this free step-by-step blueprint so you can experience the same results for yourself. Download your free blueprint and audiobook at 90daymillionaire.alphalifestyleacademy.com.